This Galaxy S20, S20 Plus, and S20 Ultra Day. Unpacked. Willie do unpacked. Would have been nice to catch an invite to the event. No, I'm just kidding. That's just a meme. People always say, Tim Cook, where's Lou? No, but in reality, the devices are going to be here in the studio. Sneak peek. So we got something coming up on that. But in the meantime, it's kind of a funny one because really this phone, everything leaked. Basically, everything leaked about this phone, and I've been talking about it on this show prior to this event taking place, and then this event came out, and it basically confirmed everything we had heard in advance. And that's just the reality of the situation, 2020 tech scene, as you know, as many people know. But nonetheless, interesting to watch the presentation, or at least The Verge uploaded the event in 6 minutes, which I guess they just decide this is the important parts. They can take something that's like half an hour, put in 6 minutes. What does that tell you? Could the thing have been 6 minutes? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
But probably not. You need the details. They took out some of the details. I know, for example, with the Z Flip, they took out a lot of the details there. So for the 6 minute version, it's a condensed version, but it gives you the pointers, the main things you need to know. Obviously, from a spec perspective, this device, top of the food chain, right? That's the apex predator. Even though your phone shouldn't be a predator at all. But it's got tremendous processing power. It's got expandable storage. It's got a magnificent camera array. The S20 Ultra, the main sensor is 108 megapixels because it's got tremendous zoom up to 100x, which God knows how and when you're going to use that. But guy like you, Willie Do, you're a detail-oriented man on planet Earth.
I go in there.
You might need to zoom 100x. Yeah. They got the periscope set up on that particular lens when it comes to the Ultra. So it's really kind of like the Ultra and the other two. The other two camera setups on the S20 and S20 Plus are pretty much identical except for this time of flight sensor that exists on the Plus model. But otherwise, camera layout's the same. Then things get a little bit more spicy when you step up to the Ultra model. Now, the Ultra model also going to come with an Ultra price tag, $1,399 to start. The other two closer to the $1,000 price. The older models, S10 products, they go down in price. Samsung is actually going to dip those for you if you want to pick up one of those. All the models now have the singular front-facing camera instead of on the previous version where the Plus model had your dual front-facing camera setup, so you could have a wide and a standard portrait at the expense of the larger cutout compared to the tiny little hole punch on all the new modern versions. I think a lot of people are going to be interested in the screen as well, not just the camera. The screen now, 120 hertz across the board, though in some cases limited for some reason to 1080p. The thing can shoot 8 megapixel video, 8 Google pixel, 8 gigapixel video, 8K video, Will.
Yes.
Get with the times. What are you going to do with this 8K video? I want to know what you're going to do with it, Will. You shoot the 8K video. I want to know what you're going to do with it. With your 8 Google pixels.
High-res Otis.
Yeah, how are you going to look at it? How are you going to look at it, Will?
I'll evaluate him totally different.
Yeah, but on what device are you going to look at it? You don't have 8K anything.
Yeah, that's true. Can't afford 8K right now.
No, nobody's got 8K, so I'm saying you're going to shoot it in 8K. I guess it's future-proof for when you get that 8K gear. Then you can take advantage of it. Or maybe you just want to zoom like crazy. You just want to pinch in after you take that video. But do people really do that with video? I don't really know what humans are doing with that stuff. But anyway, the way Samsung pitched it as being important is that in the presentation, they said, well, it's because you can grab any singular frame and have tremendous resolution for a still photo while just shooting video. To have essentially all these options for stills, you snap a still from any single one of those frames. It's like motion photography. Kirk's not impressed. He doesn't buy it. He's not happy with it. He says, now I was watching also Dave 2D's video. He's talking about the shutter button having some sort of cool haptic feedback. I'm excited to test that out. Like I said, devices are on their way. So I'll be testing it. I'll be taking a selfie. People thought the beard hairs left the planet. I'm still here. I'm still here. Sitting right here. So are you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the event kicked off. My favorite presenter right off the bat, you have future lady herself, Rebecca Hurst. She had the stripes on the arm, as you would in the future. You have to, because you're the...
4 stripes.
She's the admiral of Future Town. You know what I mean?
We all have 1 stripe.
It's Samsung high general of Samsung UK future mode. She's the high general priest. 4 stripes. And she was playing with the Z Flip more specifically. So I'll get there in a second. But just to round out S20 stuff, I actually think from a price perspective, what do I think? $1,400 for a smartphone, USD to start is a lot of money. But I fully expected it to be a lot of money, so maybe it's a little less shocking to me. I feel like when it comes to spending money, Apple, they take the most heat because it's got that real premium badge, that premium perspective. Obviously, when we get to $1,400, we're right there. Now, you might say the spec list is a little different, but there's no doubt in my mind that Ultra model, that's an enthusiast device. I think for the average person, they're going to live their life just fine. They could get the regular 20 or 20 plus. Save a few dollars. And save some weight. If you don't need that extra battery, right? If you don't need 5,000 milliamp hour battery, you're not a power user, why are you carrying all that extra weight around? You might be all right with the S20. Save it's gonna be a little nicer in your pocket. Look, it's 164 grams versus 221. That thing's like twice the size, man. Not quite twice the size, but I'm saying it's a heavy phone once you go to the Ultra status. That said, me myself, I'm an enthusiast, so I just get my hands on the Ultra, just because they put Ultra in the name. Well,
Really?
yeah, I'm not alone.
Okay.
Not alone. Let's be honest. They give you these options. They give you plain, plus, and ultra. See what I'm saying? You ever been to the gas station, Willie Do?
Uh-huh.
You ever been to a gas station?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the
Once or
regular
twice.
unleaded. Well, you got the silver, the premium.
Yeah.
And then you got the super duper F1 car status. Now, if you roll up there with a certain type of automobile, your automobile will say right on it, this type of fuel, I need that octane.
Like a Bugatti or
Yeah, let's say I need that octane. You better be paying because you didn't pay for me for this car to go put this stock standard S20 in it. You see where I'm going here? So these type of people, these individuals, the enthusiasts, they kind of see themselves as the tech version, the human version of that supercar. That's the level of intent, the level of awareness when it comes to the tech scene. So they got to be filling up with the Ultra, whether they like it or not. But the average person, when you look at the spec list, you realize the S20 is probably the value point important to keep in mind. But I don't know. If you want, maybe you want that super zoom. I don't know. It's up to you. I'll have the devices. Unboxing video coming very soon. Apologize, it's not out right now, but there's nothing. It was out of my control. Devices we're supposed to have them earlier, and then
Yes.
and then we had to make other plans. So, but it's happening like in the next few hours.